Good morning.
How are you, sir?
Good. How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
How was your city council meeting?
Good.
Good. You got your report ready to go?
I do. For the month of January, we made 54 arrests. We issued 109 citations. Phone calls that came into the dispatch center was 3,263. Calls that MPD actually handled, 1,335. Dispatch center dispatched out 2,732 calls. And we handled 18 accidents, and the officers worked 18 grant hours.
Okay. How does that compare? Was the month of January to other months throughout the year?
Well, comparably to January of 24, we were above on most of the numbers, with the exception of calls that came into dispatch center. As far as calls handled, we were above. We were a little below what we normally are on accidents and the grant hours. The grant hours is hit and miss right now. We're kind of in between grant phases with IDOT, and we're getting that back up and going again. So the officers haven't worked as many grant hours as they normally do.
Okay. And before we get to personnel, you always want to remind people about holidays and being on the roads. We've got this really fun day coming up soon next month. It's called St. Patrick's Day.
That's for sure. And, again, everybody's going to go out and have a good time. That's what everybody should do. Just make sure you have a designated driver with you. If not, walk home, give somebody a call to give you a ride. Just make it home safely. Don't drive while you're impaired, and put yourself or other people at risk.
Okay. And you're going to be looking at some different options for the police department in the future. Tell us all about it.
Well, we had an officer leave towards the end of last year. Zach Dean went to Knox County, and hopefully we'll be hiring a new officer here in the near future to replace him and get him off the academy.
Okay, what are the requirements for a new officer these days?
Have to be 21, have a valid license, high school diploma, the basic things. We send them through they get a medical screening, they do a physical agility test, which they'll actually do a second time before they go to the academy. They do a polygraph examination, they do a psychological examination. And once they make it through all those stages, and we've offered them the job, then we send them off to the academy.
How long's the academy?
16 weeks.
Okay, and that's on site in Springfield?
There's several different ones. There's one in Champaign.
Okay.
There's one in Belleville, which we've sent our last several officers to.
Okay.
There's one in Dixon. So it just depends on where there's a vacancy or an opening that we can get them into.
Okay. What else is going on with personnel?
Really, that's about it.
Dispatchers good?
Yeah, we still need dispatchers, obviously. We're always looking for dispatchers, so if anybody's interested, please apply. You can pick an application up at the police department or on the city's website.
Okay. What's next, Chief?
Well, I had last week, our animal control officer came with some information about a company called Save This Life Microchips. And the company that makes the microchips, you put in your pets. So if the pet gets lost, recovered, a vet or an animal shelter rescue can scan the chip, and it'll give the information to get a hold of the chip company, who then has the personal information for the owners, so they can return the pet to the appropriate owner. That company abruptly shut down, and people that may have those microchips in their animals, no information will be given for that microchip now. So I don't know if anybody knows specifically what microchip they have in their pet, but if you do have one of those, or you may, and I've got several pets also that may have these chips in them, give the public service officer, Josh Strong, a call at the police department, and he can scan the chip or scan your pet, see if that's the chip that your pet has. If it is, there's several different things you can do You can re-register that microchip with a different company. And the information for that is PetLink Datamars, and it's www.petlink.net. Home Again, that's www.homeagain.com. And AKC Reunite at www.akcreunite.org.
Okay, good to know.
And I believe there is a fee that those other companies would charge to re-register that chip with. But I know my pets are important. Everyone's pets are important. And if your pet runs away or gets lost and recovered and someone scans that chip, they can determine who the owner is. So feel free to call the police department and ask for the public service officer, and he'll scan your pet to see what chip you got.
And we have no idea where this company, if they were in Monmouth, if they were at a particular location when microchips were installed.
No, I have no idea.
Okay.
I didn't have that information. Somewhere out there, and it was I think it was a major supplier of microchips for pets. There might be a bulk of people here in town that, if they've microchipped their pets, have that chip. So give the animal control officer a call, and he'll help you find out.
Okay. Anything else at the Monmouth Police Department you are wanting people to be aware of?
I don't think so, not right now.
Okay, well, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, you bet.
Monmouth Police Chief Joe Switzer with us on WRAM.